Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Damage control activated. Business Insider, and not only Business Insider, because Business Insider just reports to us what these guys are running, and they're running a campaign of covering up their garbage. Why? Well, remember a few days ago, Olaf Scholz said, the idiotic chancellor of the used to be great country of Germany, said that, those Storm Shadow missiles in Ukraine are operated by, he said indirectly, are operated by the British military. We're not going to send, how they call it, Taurus long-range missiles because we will need to send our troops to operate them as the Brits are doing with their Storm Shadow. Too late. The bird was out flying. So, again, I am 99% certain. I have some gut feelings, and I think even the retired U.S. Army Colonel Douglas McGregor, has the same doubts that the Ukrainians are operating the Patriot systems and the HIMARS systems in Ukraine. I think it's these guys, NATO troops, he said that, and not only, I have other information, and it doesn't make sense that you give your highest, the greatest, the technologically advanced weapons to a country that, what, can take it and send it to the Russians overnight? I don't think so. So, what do we have here? We have an article where these guys are covering the shit. And they try to tell us that, no, actually, it is the Ukrainians and the trainers are amazed how good these guys perform on the job. Let me show you. Business Insider. Oh, Jake Epstein. He makes the news for us. March 15th, 2024. U.S. Army instructors that are on the ground say Ukrainian soldiers were amazing at mastering the Patriots they've been used to shoot down Putin's overhyped missiles. So this is telling us that these guys are just instructors. Yes, they are over there, but they're just instructors. And the idiots, the baboons, will be, yeah, man, they're just instructors because we believe these guys, yeah. That's exactly how they do. I saw them in the office many times, and not only. So again, they gave us all the information we need. So instructors, that means they're not involved. Ukrainian soldiers, the active participants, were amazing in mastering. They were fantastic, man, fantastic in mastering the Patriot systems. They used in a real world, not in training, to shoot down Putin's overhyped missiles. Got that? Now we know that this is damage control for Scholz statements. Ukrainian soldiers spent 10 weeks learning to use the US military Patriot air defense systems. Hooray! And they became experts in 10 weeks. I don't believe that. You believe on your own. US Army instructors at Fort Sill told Business Insider the Ukrainians were amazing students. Or maybe you were retards. Could that be? Or maybe you saw only retards among your recruits. Therefore, these guys were amazed because they were normal. You know what I mean, right? Kiev's troops have since used the systems to shoot down Russia's overrated Kinzhal missiles. This is what the Ukrainians claim. Well, that's what they claim. Do you have the evidence? Oh, those things over there that we discussed in my previous videos. If that's a Kinzhal, I don't know, a vulture. So here it is, my friends. They were surprised, man. It's fantastic. Well, is it possible? It's impossible. I'm sorry. It's impossible? No, it's possible. I'm going to go to the other one because these guys want money from Business Insider, so I switched into these guys. All right? Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. I think it's highly unlikely that the Ukrainians are operating the Americans' most sophisticated weapons, Patriot and HIMARS, on their own, thousands of miles away from the watchful eye of the Americans. I don't believe that. The American-made MIM-104 Patriot surface-to-air missile system has proved, according to the Ukrainians, I need more information, to be a defensive workhorse for Ukraine since the first arrival in the country nearly a year ago. And these guys said that they found resounding success with the Patriot, considered one of the world's most capable and advanced air defense systems, defense assets. And they were given to the Ukrainians? No, I don't think so. They have used it, according to Ukrainians, to shoot down some of Russia's most deadly, but also somewhat overhyped aerial threats. And they tell Business Insider recently visited Fort Steele, Oklahoma, where Patriot training took place last year, and spoke with 2 U.S. Army instructors who were involved in the program. They described the Ukrainian soldiers as awesome. I think they were awesome. But still, they were not allowed to even look at the Patriot systems. I guarantee you that. I'm going to give you an example. So it says here, the U.S. first indicated that it was prepared to send Patriot systems to Ukraine in December 2022, and several weeks later in January, a group of 65 Ukrainians arrived at Fort Steele, and they were trained. Now, let me tell you this. You know the Americans moved some air defense systems in Romania and Poland, remember? And they said that those were not directed towards Russia. No, not yet. They were directed towards Iran. Just take a look over a map. To defend Europe from Iran, if Iran is going to hit Europe, they put that as the defensive mechanism. Iran can go over other areas and get there, not through the Romanian territory or with the Polish territory. That was against Russia. Nevertheless, I know for a fact that those air defense systems are not operated by the Romanian army. They're operated only and exclusively by the American army, military. Why is that? Romanians are in NATO, Ukrainians are not in NATO. Romanians are, however you want. The other guys, you don't know who those guys are, the Ukrainians. They can switch sides just like this. Romania is grabbed by its dingalingi, I was about to say, no, dingalingi. So you have Romania under your control 100%. And you don't allow the Romanians to even look at them. But you give the Ukrainians Patriot and HIMARS in a war that some Ukrainian commander can say, today I'm going to get to be a millionaire. Davai, let's go cross to the Russians. Hey, we're coming. We're going to bring some HIMARS. How much you give us? Don't you think? Oh no, they're so patriotic, right? Come on. The science fiction movies depicting the Second World War and those kind of Hollywood movies, just leave it for the teenagers, okay? All right, then in the real world, those guys will drive the whole Patriot, the new ones, not even used, to the Russians, just like this. All of them will be heroes and millionaires overnight, instead of being fucked by the masters. For what? Of some hryvnia or whatever the currency they have over there. My friends, this is real world. Not the garbage these guys are giving you with Business Insider and, they were fantastic. They probably were fantastic. So, I do not, and what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen. After this garbage in Ukraine ends, either way, with the Russians destroying Ukraine and taking over Ukraine and not NATO losing, but NATO will never say they lost, or with Putin and all those guys being somehow destroyed, and then Russia is going to be disintegrated. It's going to become a vassal state, like really nothing. We will have people, some Zelensky's Bergs, Zelensky's Man, writing books about what happened. And they will tell us what to believe because they're intellectuals. And they will tell us that, yes, indeed, it was us, you operating the Patriot all the way, my friends. We knew, motherfuckers. We knew. Or the HIMARS, the same way. And after now, you're going to curse at me and say, you're just dreaming, Emil. Patience is still a virtue. Our virtue, not those guys' virtues. No, our virtue. And you're going to find out in about 2-3 years after that. The books are already written, my friends. It's just the dates. They just add on to it. Just the books are written as we are right now. And when the order is going to be given, you can publish that. They will be published and they will be bestsellers. If I write something even better than those guys, you're never going to hear about my book. Why? Because it's among them. You know who they are? Well, Frankfurt School and its descendants. You don't know what Frankfurt School is? Well, look into that. That's just a little piece of the facets. They impregnated our universities with garbage. All right, here it is, my friends. It was the Ukrainians all along. This is just a cover-up right now. It's just, as I said, damage control. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.